Thank you.
Then I request Mr. Bhoi to make his presentation. Mr. Bhoi is the Regional Director, Reserve Bank of India.
Many of the people have not seen inside a bank branch, especially in village areas like that. About the branch expansion in the country at the time of nationalization, my friends have already stated, there were 8,262 bank branches in the country at the time of nationalization. And the average population per bank branch was 66,347 at the time of nationalization, June 1969. Odisha at that point of time had 100 branches, and its average population per bank office was 2,19,450. Right now, as on December 2010, the country is having an impressive branch network of 87,152, with the average population per bank office at 14,000. My state has also got the growth, and it is having a bank branch of a bank network of 2,896 with the 14,000 APPBO. This is quite impressive, the coverage wise. That's all. Thank you very much.
Now it is time to listen to our star speaker, Mr. H.R. Kanak. Mr. Kanak is speaking, and he is prepared to take questions if you have any after his speech. So we will keep about 10 minutes.
आदरणीय सौम्य बाबू, नरसिंहराव गारू, गुप्ता जी, बंधु विजय, मैडम मोनिका जी, एठी उपस्थित बैंकर बंधुगण, भारतीय रिजर्व बैंक बंधुगण, मीडिया वास्ते बंधुगण, ये मध्य जो सुजोग देइछंती ये कार्यक्रम में भाग नापी से मु ईस्टर्न मीडिया संवाद परिवार को आपण समस्त को कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन करुच्ची। विशेषकर मत जो आदर और सम्मान देले मु जानी तार के दूर मु पात्र से आपको बहुत धन्यवाद दूची आप समस्त को, विशेषकर संवाद परिवार। A lot has been said by Mr. Rao, Mr. Gupta and my friend Vijay. So I don't think I will add value to what has been said, and as I told before coming to the dais that maybe we could have some interactions, some questions on which probably we can deliberate. I may not have all the answers. You know, in a very simple term, if you want to see, the financial inclusion can be encapsulated in 5 A's, in terms of 5 A's of financial services. What are the 5 A's? Availability of financial services, affordability of financial services, you have accessibility of financial services, you have awareness about these financial services, and very important, acceptability of financial services, which my friend Vijay was telling how to make tea acceptable. You can thrust a bank account on a person because you have been given target, like targets we had during emergency for certain targets. You thrust some bank account on somebody whether he wants or not, but whether he is going to use it, accept it. So that acceptability is very important. So these 5 A's, if you remember, I think all dimension of financial services to people who are below the poverty line, below the bottom of the pyramid, or the disadvantaged people, even well-off people also financially they need to be included. As I was speaking to you, every 3 minutes I was getting SMS, because the markets are open elsewhere and things are happening at a very rapid pace. stock markets are down for 2-3 days. There is some turbulence in forex market, bit of it. What is going to happen on Monday? In fact, my mind is there, though my heart is here. What is the link of financial inclusion to this stability or instability of what is happening in the financial market, in the financial system, both in India and abroad? There is very close intertwined linkage between financial inclusion and financial stability. Point is, we need to have a diversified financial system. Each one should be part of the financial system. That will add resilience to the system. He talked about opportunity, not an obligation. It has to be understood very clearly why it is an opportunity, not an obligation. When 1997 Asian crisis broke, many banks in Indonesia came under. There was one bank which survived. That bank was deep into financial inclusion because it has a large rural deposit clientele base. Nobody will take, the rural people don't take away their deposits. They don't go for sweep account. They don't see the 9%, 9.5%, 8%. They don't do deposit shopping and move the deposits. You have a very stable deposit base. So it makes eminent business sense to see that financial inclusion is something which makes sense. Provide stable funding. So this has a dimension of financial stability. But this financial inclusion, if it is not done in a proper manner, can also create havoc in the system. Right. So I am just going to end here because time is not there and we'll have some time for interaction, some questions and comments. You know, the whole exercise what Mr. Patnaik and others have raised, this is something which it's a national goal. And financial inclusion should be treated as a public good in which everyone has a stake. So everybody has a stake in this whole exercise, whether it is a banker or public figures, bureaucracy, government. Everyone has a stake, and very importantly media for financial inclusion and financial literacy. So I am a vintage man, so I go back to my Naya Daur days. So I'll just cite that couplet from Naya Daur and end, and calling all the stakeholders to come together to see that this national goal, this national mission of financial inclusion becomes reality in both letter and spirit. All of you know that song, and those of you who have seen the color version of Naya Daur will like it still better. It has come. Saathi haath badhana. Saathi haath badhana. एक अकेला थक जाए तो मिलकर बोझ उठाना, साथी हाथ बढ़ाना.
I quote RBI report, maybe 2008 or 9. RBI also very transparently has considered that Bangalore, as you have said, Karnataka is much better than Odisha. And RBI appointed a foreign audit team to verify the results of financial inclusion. And the report says Karnataka reports were not correct because the banks reported only the no frill account, but actually there was no transaction. So your reaction to that?
Of right to financial inclusion, can you think you can achieve total financial inclusion?
Question, sir, is does the global economic slowdown look worrisome yet? Thank you.
I found that in the entire report, the presence of foreign banks is absent in the state. And I would like to know from you that these foreign banks will open their branches only at Parade or in Parliament Street or in somewhere in post locality in Calcutta. So my question is that the circular which you have released on 12th August, and you have made it mandatory for all the banks to open 25% in rural areas. Will it cover the foreign banks also to open, to make them mandatory to open in the rural bank areas? And if they don't open, what action RBI will take in? That is my question.
And you said about the priority sector and Basel rating. The whole system is being evolved, and I think once we have an internal system of rating, this problem should get resolved. But one thing I can tell you, our banks are much better prepared to handle Basel. Though, given the growth prospect, our capital requirement will increase, but we are, as of now, comfortably placed, and this will not cause much of a problem for rural lending is concerned. The rural lending is other dimensions, like one is the risk mitigation. Rural lending is something very critical. you can't do risk mitigation by always by debt waiver. So the whole idea is that it should be viable and sustainable. So what all we need to do that rural lending viable and sustainable, that we need to look at, whether it is insurance, crop insurance, weather insurance, whether you give holistic finance. Because I have been championing that if you don't give the total requirement, part of it again you will go to money lender. So again he gets into the vicious circle. So the total requirement of the family you have to take care, you have to give holistic finance, and you have to see that as somebody was telling the other day in yesterday's SLBC, that by disbursing loan you forget, but you have to have continuous engagement with the borrower. I think these are some of the things which will contribute, and Mr. Gupta said about aggregation in the rural sector. If you don't have, because the scale is everyone is a small landholding, if there is no aggregation, there is no benefit of economy of scale, you can't have proper backward and forward linkages. The whole rural lending will every now and then will depend on external support. So it has to be made sustainable, viable and a long-term thing, then all this risk mitigation has to be put in place, including the marketing, which is very important. So that is the rural lending part of the discussion.
May I request Monica Nair Patnaik to propose a formal vote of thanks.
So on behalf of Eastern Media Family and Sambad and Kanak TV and Radio Chocolate, I propose my thanks to all the speakers and the panelists present here, Mr. Rao, Mr. Gupta, Mr. Bhoi and Mr. Khan, and also the people who are here and are well-wishers from the banking fraternity, from the media, from the press and all my colleagues. I extend my heartiest thanks to all of you.